Hi, I'm David Gassaway. On this Talk Around Town, I'm at the site of the new Fire Station 36 that's under construction, and we're going to talk about fire safety and improving coverage in the community. All right, we're here today with Deputy Chief Rich Llewellyn. Rich, thanks for meeting me out here to talk about our new fire stations. So we're here at the site of the future site of Station 36 in Green Valley. So, what does this station mean in terms of our overall coverage out on this side of town?
Yeah, we're excited to be here at the site of Station 36, and you can see behind us construction is ongoing. It is here in Green Valley. It means we're going to have better coverage for this area, both in the city of Fairfield, but also to the Cordelia Fire District, who we also serve.
So Station 36, is it a new company that'll be moving in here?
It's not. Engine 36 is currently located at Station 35, and they've been up and running for quite some time now. Okay. So as soon as this station is open, we have the people who are already going to be working here on the job today.
Okay, so they'll relocate from Station 35 to here, and they're already up and running and ready to go. That's excellent. So now you mentioned Cordelia Fire District. Now a couple years ago we started contracting with them to provide service. How will Station 36 being located here as opposed to Engine 36 at Station 35, how is that going to improve the service for the Cordelia District area?
Yeah, in emergencies, minutes matter, seconds matter sometimes. And by locating the station here, we're strategically positioned to better serve all parts of the Cordelia Fire District and better serve this area of Fairfield as well.
Okay, yeah, because I know certainly up in the Green Valley area, further north beyond the city's boundaries, that's where we really have that urban wildland interface. And so, I guess those minutes make a big difference if they're able to get to those spots a lot quicker.
They do. We really focus on suppressing those wildland fires as soon as we can to try to keep them from getting out of control. We'll have wildland apparatus both here and at the new Station 39 as well. Okay. And so we'll be able to get to those wildland fires very early on. And you mentioned we're a little closer to Green Valley, and we expect to cut off 3 to 4 minutes. Okay. Conservatively.
Oh, wow, that's a lot. That is a huge improvement in service. That's wonderful. We're here at 36, but we also have Station 39 under construction over on the east side of town on Peabody Road. Why are we doing 2 stations at once?
Frankly, we need 2 stations.
Okay.
This is the first expansion station that we've had in 30 years here in Cordelia at Station 36. Station 39 is an old facility. The crew is currently living in a temporary site that's behind the station. The apparatus is in the existing fire station. The crew is living in temporary quarters. This is going to put them into a modern fire station that provides protection for them. It provides an area where they can have some sound sleep and get the rest that they need to be able to respond at a moment's notice.
Yeah, okay. And I think by constructing 2 stations literally at the same time, we got some economies of scale out of the project too, right?
We did. These stations are almost exact copies of each other. There's one little minor detail in the blueprints that's different, but if you were to walk into Station 36, once it's finished, and the new Station 39, and not know where you were at, you probably wouldn't be able to figure it out right away.
Okay. That's excellent. Yeah, and I think we saved from the construction, if I remember correctly, it's like $4 million we saved by running 2 projects at the same time with the same footprint, just because of the economies of scales for the contractor. And so that's certainly something that's excellent for our residents and for the taxpayers. Tell us a little bit about the design. You said, first new station here at 36 in 30 years. I imagine the design of stations has evolved over time.
Yeah, stations have changed significantly. This isn't the olden days where we're sliding down poles, going to where the horses have self-hitched themselves and running out of the station while we fire up the boiler. Modern fire stations are focused on both community safety and employee safety, and these stations will be segregated into zones that provide for some cancer protection with air handling systems, decontamination areas. They'll have modern workout facilities. One of the great features is that they're designed to reduce response times by allowing quick access to to the apparatus bay. So when we get an alarm, we can quickly get to the apparatus and out the door.
Okay. And I know, the cancer prevention side of it is huge, and I'm so glad that we're getting these stations and designing them with that in mind. So when you say that there's sort of different zones, is that is that for separating turn down gear or exhaust fumes, all of the above, or?
Yeah, it's really all of the above. The gear that we wear into fires collects the smoke and the other bad things that are inside buildings when they burn. Mm-hmm. Buildings aren't designed to burn or aren't meant to burn. When they do burn, they produce really dark, thick, black smoke. That smoke gets onto the gear that we wear. We don't want that contamination into the clean areas of the fire station. So we have what we call essentially a dirty side and a clean side. And the dirty side is where we have our gear that needs to be decontaminated. We can clean stuff out in the dirty side, but we also have a clean side where we're spending time in the station once we're all back.
That's wonderful with all that design. Now, as I understand, maybe our last station, which was maybe 35, we weren't as involved in the design of that station. So what does that process look like for the city in being actively involved?
Yeah, we've had members of the fire department involved in this design process from step one, looking at what our needs are and really understanding what the needs of Fairfield Fire is versus just fire departments in general. Every fire department is a little bit different and a little bit unique, and these stations will reflect that. They'll reflect our input and reflect the community's need for a modern fire station.
At both of these stations, how many, you said Wildland rig, but how many apparatus in total will be at each of these stations?
We'll have at least 2 apparatus at each of these stations, 1 structural fire engine, 1 wildland fire engine. Okay. The firefighters that staff the station will have a full company, which means 3 people, and those are all cross-trained as paramedics. So the folks who suppress fires and the folks who respond to EMS incidents are all the same.
Okay. Sticking on the theme of design, I know one of the hard things in the fire service is, you're working around the clock, and there's, sleep disruption. Are we incorporating into the design aspects that'll help to improve that quality of life for the firefighters while they're on duty?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the key features of this is a focus on sleep hygiene, the need for our employees to get the rest that allows them to perform at a high level that the community really expects of us at all times. We don't call 911 at random times and hope to get a good level of service. We expect to get a good level of service. So we want to make sure that our folks are well rested for when that buzzer comes.
So tell me a little bit, what does sleep hygiene mean? What is that?
Absolutely.
How are we incorporating that?
We'll be able to control the environment within each sleep area or each dorm room. We'll be able to set the lights in there individually, be able to set how the alarm sounds in there individually when folks are awakened for a response. If you can imagine a loud buzzer at 2 in the morning, I know you've probably never been a firefighter, but at 2 in the morning you hear that loud buzzer and your heart just starts to beat if it's an exciting call, or I'm not going to necessarily call it exciting call, but a significant call. And that adrenaline dump has a long-term impact on the health of our firefighters. So if we can reduce the speed at which adrenaline gets introduced in the system from somebody who's asleep to somebody who's fully awake, that's going to improve the overall health of our firefighters and improve their careers throughout their service here in Fairfield.
And overall life expectancy and longevity and health and wellness, and that's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. Firefighting is tough on the body. We want to make sure that our employees have a great career here. We want to make sure that they leave as healthy as when they got here.
Yeah, absolutely. We got these 2 stations rolling. As we can see behind us here, the contractors out here working. What's the overall project timeline? When will they be completed?
I anticipate completion near the end of 2026.
Okay.
We have a 14 to 16 month window that's kind of typical for construction, but between you and me, I kind of expect them to be done a little earlier.
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. So sometime back half of 2026, they'll be done, and I'm sure we'll do ribbon cutting and invite the community out and celebrate this milestone for Fairfield Fire.
Absolutely. We're excited to show these stations off to the community. We're excited to show them off to our partners. These are big investments in the safety of Fairfield, and we're here from day one to follow it through.
In terms of that investment for the community, as I understand, we are paying for Station 39 out of development impact fees. So it was recognized on the northeast side of town that we were going to need to serve that. So all the new development ultimately is what is funding that station. This station, I believe that those were also development impact fees that we've collected for the last 10 years or so. Is any of this money, I mean, while it's of course taxpayer money, is any of this money coming, directly out of the general fund that we otherwise then use for services on a day-to-day basis?
No, I believe it's all focused funding that's already pre-designated. One of the things that's great about funding projects that way is it's not pulling out from other services. We're not robbing Peter to pay Paul in terms of how we're paying for this.
Okay, so there's no need to reduce service or reduce pay to firefighters in order to fund a capital project like this.
Correct. We're going to put firefighters in the station and have a new station and status quo.
Rich, thank you so much for talking with us here on this Talk Around Town. Super excited for new Fire Station 36 and new Fire Station 39. I'm glad we're getting our crews the resources that they need, and I'm glad that we're able to better serve the community with these two stations. So thank you very much for talking with me. And,
you bet.
Look forward to seeing these to completion.
I'm excited to be here. One of the first things we saw when we were looking at moving to Fairfield last year was a Talk About Town. You're talking about the sheep, and my wife still laughs about you talking about the animals are back.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Well, now she gets to see you on Talk Around Town. So,
exactly.
Alrighty. Well, for this Talk Around Town, I'm David Gassaway. Thank you for tuning in.
To view more programs like this, follow the City of Fairfield on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.